Hello and welcome to UBC News Tonight. My name is Sharon Chomjosho Nakakone Elizabeth on Sign Language. I'll be taking you through the UBC News Tonight at 10 p.m. Let's take a look at the headlines. Police stops Chepuluku concert, organizers arrested. Government to act on Kamwenge elephantiasis. USA, 9 confirmed killed, gunman also dead. Golola knocks out Zemata in second round. President Yoweri Museveni has prayed with the Christians of St. Charles Catholic Parish, Madu, Gomba district in the central region of Uganda. Now the Bishop of Chiyinda Mitiana, Right Reverend Anthony Ziwa, hosted the president and his wife. The president told Christians who turned up for mass that the National Resistance Movement has historic attachment to some churches in the country, adding that he will always keep in touch with them. Details follow.
President Yoweri Museveni and his wife, Mrs. Janet Museveni, today joined Christians of St. Charles Ruanga Catholic Parish, Madu, Gomba district in the central region of Uganda for prayers. The Bishop of Chiyinda Mitiana, Right Reverend Anthony Ziwa, was the host. The president told Christians who turned up for mass that the National Resistance Movement has historical attachment to some churches in the country, adding that he will always keep in touch with them. During the mass that was attended by Church of Uganda Diocesan Bishop of Central Buganda, Right Reverend Michael Bowa, among others, President Museveni expressed happiness to be with the people of Madu, saying that he will also visit other religious institutions attached to the NRM government, such as Bukalamuli in Mitiana, Chankwanzi, Kasana Luweero, Chidema Church of Uganda in Luweero, and some mosques, among other religious institutions that have strong historical roots with the NRM. He commended Christians of St. Charles Ruanga Parish for utilizing properly the contributions to the parish church to the appreciable level that it is now on. He emphasized the need for people to engage in commercial agriculture to create wealth, adding that the only way to address their challenge is to abandon the traditional way of doing things and embrace the modern commercial farming mode in order to get income for their families. ogenda kusigala mu bwavu. Bw'oba tolina ttaka ddene togenda mu kasooli.
togenda mu bikajjo nga byobusoga kibale kino obwavu bali mu kireke ebikaado.
The president contributed 50 million shillings in cash towards the construction of St. Charles Luanga Parish Hall and pledged more support to the project. Bishop Joseph Anthony Ziwa of Chiyinda Mityana Diocese asked Christians to work hard to fight poverty. He saluted the efforts of the president with regard to wealth creation campaign, saying that Chiyinda Mityana Diocese is engaged in a number of development activities whose aim is to uplift the standard of living of the people in the area.
It is developing, it is growing. Abaana bangi okuva mu Lukoleya abazze mu ssomero wano. Ate tulina n'abalala abavudde outside Gomba ne Kampala eyo ne bajja mu ssomero lino. Kati awo ne tufuna obuzibu obw'okubasuza. Tusaba ssebo okutuyambako okuzimba ekisulo kisobole okuyamba abaana abaamuli mu Gomba mwennyini abava ewala to concentrate on their studies.
UBC TV, Harris Nambi.
President Yoweri Museveni has concluded a 3-day countrywide sensitization campaign of sensitizing wananchi on wealth and job creation with a public rally in Bundibujo District, Rwenzori sub-region in western Uganda. He called upon all Ugandans at his concluding rally at Kasuba sub-county headquarters to kick out poverty from their homes by embracing a money economy that suits modern days lifestyles. The president urged communities throughout his just concluded tour that his aim was fighting for the poor who for long have lived in economic darkness because of lack of leaders to mobilize them to wake up and work to banish poverty. The president told the rally in Bundibujo that he was impressed with the people of the area for being focused on development. He also thanked them for the tremendous support for the NRM governance by their overwhelming vote in the 2016 general elections. He encouraged Bundibujo district communities that in addition to growing highly productivity crops along the 4-acre plan that includes coffee, fruits, dairy cows, poultry, piggery, they should at the same time expand vanilla cultivation because the product has gained global market demand. He assured Ugandans that government has created an annual fund allocation of 400 billion Ugandan shillings for wananchi to utilize to boost individual household income. He explained that the money is embedded in the Youth Livelihood Fund, Women Fund, OWC and Microfinance Fund. President Museveni warned people on consumption of ape's flesh, saying it is the root cause of the Ebola outbreak in the area. Presidency Minister Esther Mbayo reminded Bundibujo District electorate to continue voting for NRM overwhelmingly as they have always done since the coming of power of the movement in 1986. Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries Minister Vincent Sempije sensitized coffee growers in the area about coffee tree spacing and how they can contain soil erosion in hilly areas, adding that for zero grazing animals, a farmer is able to keep 8 cows in 1 acre of land. Bundibujo District LC5 Chairman Mr. Mtejeki Ronald said that the district has been peaceful and stable. He thanked the movement government for supporting the district in terms of development programs. He, however, revealed that the area is facing acute famine following the collapse of 7 bridges, and he appreciated government effort of rendering food relief through the Office of Prime Minister, but called for more supplies. Greater Rwenzori local and youth leaders forwarded their resolution requesting President Museveni to accept to be the sole candidate of NRM come 2021 elections as Bundibujo district councillors handed over symbols of authority to the president. Police has arrested event organizers Andrew Mukasa, famously known as Bajo Events, as he stepped at Mutesa to Wankulukuku Stadium ahead of Chepukulu concert. Bajo, alongside his counterpart Abem Singuzi, also known as Abtex, organized an event dubbed Chepukulu at Wankulukuku Stadium, which police recently cancelled. Police said the duo had not met all the requirements as per police's demand to allow them proceed with their concert. However, Badjo came out yesterday and accused police, who are said to have received wrong information, that organizers would smuggle in Chadundo East Member of Parliament Robert Sentamuchagulani, aka Bobby Wine, and stopped the show on the very ground. Optics also affirmed yesterday that they had fulfilled all the requirements police sought and were given a go-ahead, so they would proceed with shows since they had not yet been notified by police and officially in writing. Chapukulu musical concert would see female artists contest with the males through singing, and 80% of the money extracted from the event would be devoted to rescuing prisoners with minor crimes from prison, according to organizers. Badjo and Optics were also meant to play the role of masters of ceremony at this very event. The Prime Minister, Dr. Hakane Rugunda, has assured residents of Kamwenge district that government is handling elephantiasis epidemic in Busiriba sub-county and Bigodi town council. Though elephantiasis is largely caused by parasitic worms and can spread from one person to another through mosquito bites, this particular one of Kamwenge is by contact with minerals within the area soils. Details follow.
Problem of elephantiasis.
Yaruhanga Peter is a 40-year-old man of Busiriba sub-county in Kamenge district. At the age of 13 years, while in primary 5, Yaruhanga developed elephantiasis. Yaruhanga has since lived in pain originating from blocked veins, forming lymph nodes that stop free flow of fluids in his body. An activist in the area, Bianga Evarist, says the type of elephantiasis that is giving Busiriba and Bigodi people sleepless nights is reportedly due to stepping or touching soil with bare feet and hands, especially when they are volcanic.
In the shop or the bar, they check them away because they don't want them in their business. But since you have started this program of harmonizing them with the other people, after knowing that the disease cannot transmit to others, they are welcoming them somewhere.
Kamwenge members of parliament are now seeking for government intervention to ease the suffering of residents of Busiriba sub-county and Bugudi town council.
There are two types of elephantiasis.
As said, people who have this sickness cannot do anything by themselves. They cannot cater for themselves, plus their families. So how are they going to survive? On whose mercy are they going to survive? These are government people, and therefore we expect the government to come up with maybe what I would call a special fund to target these people who are really suffering with this.
As elephantiasis in Kamwenge district, I would inform the public that this problem I detected it in 2012. In 2012, I reported this matter in the government. I'm glad.
However, Premier Rugunda says this pain and swelling that has so far affected close to 200 people is being handled, and the solution is about to be provided.
Problem, but the Minister of Health is doing all it can to sensitize the people and alert the people that it's a preventive problem, and it will be fought, it will be defeated. It is sensitization that will be the key to its elimination.
Because currently,
the Minister of State for Health, Dr. Moriko Kaduchu, says elephantiasis reflects itself in the swelling of the scrotum, legs or breasts, leading to enlargement and hardening of limbs or body parts due to tissue swelling.
The minerals, when it comes to the skin, it causes inflammatory process, and eventually it causes irritation, itching of the skin, eventually painful leg if it is in the limb, and most especially when people are walking barefoot. People do not put on foot when they go to garden, and this eventually results to blockage of the lymph node. They get the reaction causes swelling of the lower limb. The fluids cannot move freely. It causes accumulation of fluid, right, Prime Minister, as you know. So I want to report to you, this is one of the challenges we have in this region.
When affected by elephantiasis, the skin gets thick and hard, resembling an elephant's skin, and therefore the name of the disease, elephantiasis.
And I want to call upon the community, inform the community. Let's talk precaution. 1, I'm calling upon the DHO to, as soon as possible, to organize an outreach activity where it's going to do a lot of screening activity, health education for population. And I'm calling upon the population, let's look after the food hygiene.
Although medically known as lymphatic filariasis, the term elephantiasis is commonly used because symptoms include swelling and enlargement of the arms and legs. Elephantiasis may cause swelling of the limbs, breasts, or genitals. Elephantiasis is considered a neglected tropical disease. It is more common in tropical and subtropical areas of the world, including Africa and Southeast Asia. 120 million people around the world have elephantiasis. The most common complication of elephantiasis is disability caused by extreme swelling and enlargement of body parts. In addition, secondary infection are a common concern with elephantiasis. Haimana Deo, reporting for ABC News.
Every dream has a challenging journey. Ours began in 1998 with a mission to drive the development of a robust communications sector in Uganda. We created structures to champion the dream. We've evolved, made discoveries, supported great minds, empowered Ugandans, and fostered a vibrant culture, enabling communication for all. Down the years, we've created memories and networks, uniting generations and building great partnerships. Together, we can go even further. UCC, celebrating 20 years of achievements.
Have you completed Senior 4 or Senior 6 and you want to do a 2-year certificate or a diploma course? Makerere Institute for Social Development, an affiliate to Makerere Business School, offers programs in accounting and finance, business administration, procurement and supplies management, social work and social administration, information technology, counseling and guidance, human resource, project planning and management, journalism, secretarial studies, and many others. We are located on Sa Apollo Kegwa Road, next to Oilcom Petrol Station, with a UBTEP Center number.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pain Arena. Introducing on the right corner, Mr. Action, the reigning heavyweight champion in the ring against
the Headache, the #1 contender. And the bell rings.
Headache charges forward with a steady right and a left hook. Action dodges. He misses out with an inch. Wait a minute. Mr. Action launches back with a kick. The final blow. He is out.
If symptoms persist, seek medical advice.
Have you heard? Echoto Cultural and Food Festival brings all cultures together with all types of food for fun-filled moments. This is an amazing opportunity to find all Ugandan foods alongside those of international community in one place at the Uganda Museum from Friday 9th to 11th August 2019. Entries 10K with a food coupon and free for kids. An opportunity to test different foods for Baganda, Acholi, Bachiga, Chinese chapati, Ethiopian injera, Nigerian fufu, among others. Sponsored by
You're still watching UBC News Tonight. In more stories, the olden days, most pastoral work was done by the church but emphasized at homes. But with the changing times, children spend most of their early days at school, and thus the pivotal responsibility is now left to the teachers. We have a detailed report.
As we grow up, especially for those in the Catholic Church setting, pursuance of the 7 sacraments is a must. Though all 7 are vital, the first 3, baptism, Eucharist and confirmation, are usually achieved during our early years. The challenge nowadays is that whereas every parent would like to be a part of the liturgical journey of their children, education needs render this almost impossible. On average, parents spend less than 100 days annually with their children, and even during that time, scholastic need like homework preoccupy the two parties. Schools then take up responsibilities of shaping the religious journey of their children. One such institution that has ensured its pupils do not lag behind is Mugwanya Preparatory School, Kaboja. Periodically, the school takes pupils through pursuance of the sacraments, especially those required at an early age. During the latest, more than 100 pupils were confirmed, others baptized, while some renewed baptism vows.
Bafuke b'amaanyi ate olw'okubabuna bafaananye ddala Kristo omwana wa Katonda.
Masaka Bishop Emeritus John Baptist Kago was the main celebrant and tasked parents to strengthen the family, which is the mother of all for the future of Uganda.
Our homes, let there be dialogue, there be love, there be signs of responsibility, signs of love for one another, and commitment, dedication to care for the others. We are short of leaders today. Why are we short of leaders? Because there is no commitment. There is no volunteering.
The school head teacher, Brother Godfrey, castigated change of religion and urged parents to ensure their children remain steadfast in faith. John Barnes, Sentamu, reporting.
The progress of research on genetically modified cassava at National Crop Resources Research Institute has excited farmers from Nakasongola district. The genetically modified cassava has resistance to cassava brown streak disease and cassava mosaic disease. Take a look.
Farmers from Nakasongola district are excited about the ongoing research on genetically modified cassava, which has shown resistance to cassava brown streak disease and cassava mosaic disease. The farmers, with support from Science Foundation for Livelihoods and Development, visited National Crops Resources Research Institute, NACRI, to witness the harvesting of genetically modified cassava, which is still under confined field trial.
Cassava scientists have been harvesting GMO cassava, which have been under trial for close to 1 year, and these farmers from Nakasongola have been able to see for themselves the difference between genetically modified cassava and that cassava which is not genetically modified. You could ask, why are scientists modifying cassava? Cassava farmers have been suffering from 2 important diseases, cassava mosaic disease and cassava brown streak.
Planted, immunized, has remained no disease, with no disease, where that was not immunized is completely devastated by the disease. So this technology that we are trying to test, which is genetic modification, creating immunized plants against the disease, does really work very well.
The farmers are now optimistic that the ongoing research on GM cassava will solve the challenge of cassava diseases.
But now, formally, we started with this cassava mosaic disease, which was affecting the leaves. But then the researchers brought some new varieties, and that problem we were almost overcoming it. Then another disease called brown streak also came, which is making the root rot down, the tubers rot. So now we are confused. So when we came here to Namronge, according to what we have seen, the diseases, that's what exactly takes place down there in our district. But now, according to the research we have seen, what they are doing, we have now started becoming hopeful that probably one day we might overcome it, because they have told us how they are going ahead with the research.
What we have seen some varieties actually that succumb to the cassava brown streak disease, which is the most dangerous and the challenging disease as cassava farmers. And we have also been introduced to at least a new variety a new product which they are trying out of immunization. Actually, what we have liked is introduction of the activity of immunizing cassava varieties such that actually they are resistant to the cassava brown streak disease.
However, research on genetically modified crops is still under confined field trials, and the products cannot be released to the farmers because there is no law in place. Adiana Kute, UBC.
Deputy Police Spokesperson of Uganda Police, Pauline Namaya, has applauded Kagadi district leaders for mobilizing the youth to turn up for police recruitment. Pauline Namaya said the numbers of youth from Kagadi district compared to other districts of Chibale and Kakumiro increased. Details follow.
Kakumiro, bless you never denunji nyonyo. Tusaba nti newe tugenda encha noluda ko. Sangenga mobilation nabo bagitukoledde sobola okulaba nti abantu abamufu ebyo mu
anape ya Kagadi mobilization tukikozire abantu bijo mu bwingi kandi abantu abija ekintu kyangikorwa kyakirya hamezi ahatariho kugira ngogu bamurabyo mudirisa oguyaraba nyenda kubasima munonga obwire bwingi ntukira kureba nka police section nkaba corrupt konka haizoberi abantu owana bayine emyaka aine points bambenda ekintu kyabakirya ameza corruption ya leta.
Ekyama kya Busoga kikino nga ni Kagulu Rock nkola olusozi olw'Ekagulu mu igombola ly'Ekagulu mu district ey'Ebuyende. Ida tunini ala olusozi olw'Ekagulu ni President wa Uganda Yoweri Kaguta Museveni ng'akyazibwa isaife ky'abazinga wa Busoga William Wilberforce Kadumbula Gabula na Lyopo wokuna ni Speaker wa Parliament Mama Rebecca Itwala Kadaga era ng'empiya bukalina obuteereyi bwawo obw'okuwangulibwa abonabona banga banini olusozi luno baalutuuka ku ntwiko oyida kubanga osobola okubona Busoga okuva yava okutuuka yakanga olengera ebibira olengera ensozi edindi agayanda n'omwiga kiro okusinga obuwanvu munsi yonayona Kagulu nkola olusozi lwa byafaayo ng'Omusoga eyasooka yava ebunolo wano niwe yatuukira oyitaabo n'empukumu yasulanga niwe yalimiranga enimiro de nga bino byonna bya bwerere abantu okuva ebule n'ebweya bali kwekonda okuyida okubaawo okunina olusozi luno weenaba omu kwabo.
Bino byonna byakubaawo olwamu kagangena ku omwezi 17 omwezi ogw'omunaana omwaka 2019.
Empaka edda okunina olusozi Kagulu dikutuusibwaku Ministry y'ebyobulambuzi n'ebyeyira mu bwakyabazinga bwa Busoga kyateebwamu empiya
President w'Iwanga Uganda Tourism Board, Uganda Wildlife Authority, Century Hotels Kamuli, UBC TV, Madvan Group of Companies, Big Fair, awalala
Hill water, purity, nothing less.
You're still watching UBC News Tonight. In one news, the chairperson National Youth Council, Dr. Lillian Abar, wants government to put in more effort in interesting youth to appreciate engaging on agriculture as a source of employment. Abar was leading a delegation of youth leaders to National Crops Resources Research Institute to learn more about agriculture research. Details follow.
Or not is when you expose it.
When you talk about employment, young people will quickly think about an office job. Thus, the youth give less or no attention to agriculture as a field that can provide jobs. Now, the chairperson, National Youth Council, Dr. Lillian Aber, wants government to take deliberate steps and design strategies aimed at interesting youths to embrace the agriculture field. Aber was leading a delegation of youth leaders to National Crops Resources Research Institute to learn more about agriculture research.
Machines to support agriculture. You all know that the young people might not have
the capacity to physically involve themselves in agriculture and plow as big gardens as possible. Because the more you open bigger land, you till a bigger percentage, the more the output. So we need to focus on bringing in like tractors, forming groups of young people, giving them the seeds, and also linking them up to the market, but not forgetting the element of value addition, because that's the only way you can meet the market out there.
While there, the youth leaders were taken around the laboratories to appreciate different agricultural research processes.
The things we do, like I said, is collect the plants. When we conserve, this is how we conserve cassava. This is sweet potato.
The director, National Crops Resources Research Institute, Dr. Godfrey Asea, challenged the youth to tap into the growing population by engaging in agriculture as a source of income.
And we have a growing population that wants to eat. The challenge is now, which will even become more problem in the future, is the population is increasing at a higher rate than the rate of increase of agriculture. So there's opportunity in agriculture for employment, there's opportunity to make money as a commercial venture and entrepreneurial opportunity. There's opportunity for value addition for those who want to be in the field to take advantage of the value chain, to be able to engage in agriculture so that it is beneficial for everybody along the value chain.
National Youth Council leaders pledged to continue encouraging the youth to look at agriculture as a source of employment.
What we are eating in cassava is...
The Ministry of Education and Sports is in the process of revising the curriculum for lower secondary to ensure assessment of vocational skills in schools is done. The Acting Director, Directorate of Industrial Training, Ministry of Education and Sports, Patrick Byakatonda, has disclosed while officiating at the 15th graduation of Haj Chiemba Memorial Vocational Institute in Bulenga, Wakiso District. Take a look.
Close to 100 technicians of Haji Chiemba Memorial Vocational Institute have graduated with certificates in motor vehicle mechanics, tailoring, catering, hairdressing and electrical installation. The Acting Director, Directorate of Industrial Training, Patrick Byakatonda, says government is working hand in hand with the National Curriculum Development Center to formulate a standard where learners can pick interest in vocational training.
We are undergoing the review of the secondary curriculum, where we are going to introduce vocational skills and which vocational skills will be assessed by the Directorate of Industrial Training. However, vocational skills have been existing and even before the curriculum, because the DIT has assessment and training packages, we have already started.
Byakatonda urges graduates to be creative and relevant to themselves and the society and utilize the skills acquired for a better future.
The advantage is you have many skills. You can work as a caterer, you can also be a hairdresser. So those skills, they assist you to maximize your job opportunities.
The students at Haji Chiemba Memorial Vocational Institute also showcased their skills in an exhibition. The director of the institute, Hajat Maimuna Naluoza Chiemba, expressed gratitude towards government support but calls upon parents to interest children into vocational training at an early stage for employment benefits.
It takes us a lot of time to convince the trainees to cope up with the technical processes. Parents took their children to be rejected people. So I argue to parents that they should bring their children here when they have already convinced them.
Over 1,000 youths have gained vocational skills from the training center since its inception in 2004. Report compiled by Henry Muganga for UBC News.
And at least 27 injured in the mass shooting in Dayton, Ohio, the second in the U.S. in 24 hours. Police confirmed they killed the gunman at the scene within a minute of him opening fire. The shooting began at 1:07 local time in the Oregon district of this city center. The local mayor said the gunman wore body armor and came carrying extra ammunition. These suspects used a 223 caliber assault rifle with high-capacity magazines. Nan Whaley told reporters she was amazed by the quick response of the officers, which she said prevented further deaths, but also stressed it would be a very, very difficult time for families of victims. The Gun Violence Archive, which categorizes mass shootings as 4 or more people shot or killed, says there has been 251 so far this year.
The long line hassle. With 1xBet, the power of placing the perfect bet is at your fingertips. Bet anytime from anywhere. Best of all, payment is instant. Place your bet on whatever you choose. Virtual games, bet games, sports, and even live betting. Winning has never been this simple. Bet with 1xBet. Advanced gaming is regulated by the Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board. Betting is addictive and can be psychologically harmful, and it's only eligible to persons above 18 years of age. Brought to you by Bet with 1xBet.
In our sports news, Golola Moses reclaimed his pride, knocking out Omar Semata at Freedom City in Entebbe Sunday morning. The fight that went on beyond midnight saw the venue filled to capacity. Details in the following report.
Whenever Golola Moses has a fight, the turn-up of fans never disappoints. Indeed, Freedom City in Kampala was filled to capacity, chanting the name Golola Moses, whom many regard to be the hero of kickboxing. At exactly midnight, with all undercuts done, the fight between kickboxing giant Omar Semata and Golola Moses of Uganda was on. In a K1 style of fight, Omar Semata started off brilliantly, many thinking it would be a repeat of 2018 when Golola lost convincingly. But not to the script. Golola Moses came back strongly in the second round, maintaining his jabs before winning both the second and third to be crowned champion on a technical knockout.
And gentlemen,
Golola walked off the ring with smiles and an assurance of 50 million shillings for the winner. Semata, on the other hand, was left pondering on his retirement, saying he needed a rematch after what he claimed to be unfair judgment. Ngabo Emon, reporting for UBS TV.
Congratulations to Golola Moses for winning over 50 million Ugandan shillings and for using that money to take porridge. What a fight. Moving on, Uganda Cranes is set to face Burundi in the final CHAN qualifiers after Burundi defeated South Sudan at the Philip Omondi Stadium in Lugogo. Now, South Sudan requested to host its games in Uganda to allow the renovation of Juba Stadium, the original home for South Sudan national team. In the first round, Burundi defeated South Sudan 2-0 in the capital, Bujumbura. With the finals of the CHAN tournament set for 2020 in Cameroon, Uganda looks to maintain the good performance against Somalia, whom they beat 7-2 on aggregate. KCCA's Alan Chambade was on the score sheet for the Cranes before Patrick Kadu securing a hat-trick at Lugogo. Players now return to their respective clubs, awaiting the new Uganda Premier League season and the ongoing FUFA Super 8 tournament.
Ana watu amukubye kanzunzu alla golokipa bino byazize gulyo gwasose amulaze walala gwise wala golo zisatu
bera bweto bwekyali sawa yona tugenda genda mu half time tugenda genda mukumulako.
Manchester City won the Community Shield on penalties after edging Liverpool in an entertaining game in front of a raucous Wembley. Liverpool's Jorginho Wijnaldum's penalty was saved by Claudius Bravo, with Gabriel Jesus scoring the winning kick for Manchester City. The meeting between two outstanding sides did not disappoint. City's Raheem Sterling finally scored his first goal against his old club when he turned home David Silva's flick-on from close range. The woodwork was hit 3 times in quick succession in the second half as Sterling struck the post with a one-on-one. Virgil van Dijk shook against the underside of the bar and Liverpool's Mohamed Salah hit a post. At that stage, Liverpool were the most likely team to win, with Salah having at least 3 chances, most remarkably where his header was sensationally cleared off the line by a Kyle Walker bicycle kick. And so the game went straight to penalties, with City scoring all of theirs and Liverpool netting only 4.
Klopp y Guardiola, ya estaremos detallando la estadística. Walker va para Zinchenko, al medio David Silva, Sterling, ¡gol! ¡Gol!
Ponerlo a Jesús, mientras todo eso sucedía, aparece esta jugada, no pudo esta vez.
Ahí en la Carlos a pleno durante todo.
Escuchame, el Barcelona
toda la campaña.
Espera el tiro libre, no saca a nadie.
Ahí está Henderson buscando a Matip, peinó Walker, Virgil al medio, muy bueno, gol de Matip. ¡Gol!
El público de Liverpool casi como diciéndole a Jürgen Klopp.
That's all we had for you at 10 p.m. Thank you so much for watching UBC News Tonight. My name is Sharon Chomjosha with Nakakon Elizabeth, and before we sign out, we'll take one final look at the headlines before the weather forecast. Police stops Chepuluku House concert. Organizers arrested. Government to act on Kamwenge elephantiasis. USA 9 confirmed killed, gunman also dead. In our sports news, Golola knocks out Semata in second round. Thank you so much for watching UBC News Tonight. Have a lovely night and a great weekend ahead of you. Let's leave you with the weather forecast.
Hello there, welcome to this new weather edition from Uganda National Meteorological Authority. I'm Sharon Nakajidi, your presenter tonight. Now, basing on the information we've gathered from various stations across the country, by 9 a.m., we had Entebbe reporting the highest amount of rainfall of 23 millimeters. Kabale reported 3.1. As for Tororo, it was 0.1 millimeters. And taking a good look at the satellite taken over Africa, we can clearly see that the rain-bearing clouds are still over our country, Uganda. That's why tomorrow morning we are forecasting light rains in the north and along Lake Victoria. That includes our capital city, Kampala, and Masaka. Elsewhere we shall have sunny intervals. During the course of the afternoon, most of the parts in Uganda will enjoy light rains, apart from Kasese and Kabale, where we are forecasting sunny intervals. Temperatures will raise up to 27 degrees Celsius in Kampala. Arua, Gulu, Jinja, and Tororo, temperatures are expected to raise up to 28 degrees degrees Celsius. For international weather forecast, we are forecasting bright and sunny conditions in Dubai and Johannesburg, sunny intervals in New York and Nairobi. Temperatures will go up to 40 degrees Celsius in Dubai, 26 degrees Celsius in Nairobi. Thunder showers are expected in London at 23 degrees Celsius. That nicely brings me to the end of this weather report. Till tomorrow, have a great week ahead of you.